It's a high-altitude game for us today. Welcome to Empower Field at Mile High Stadium in Denver. Today, a pair of rivals from the AFC West. It's the Las Vegas Raiders and the Denver Broncos.
2026 Denver Broncos.
Matt Gay now ready to get this one started. And here we go at Mile High. Marvin Mims now to return it. And a decent run back is going to end as they bring him down inside the 30. So the Broncos offense getting set for their first drive. They'll be led out by the former first-rounder out of both Oregon and Auburn. It's Bo Nix.
At his best, Bo Nix is a point guard facilitating an offense, getting that ball in and out of his hands as quickly as possible, but don't you dare sleep on his legs, because he will hurt you with his athleticism too. And oh, by the way, did I mention a maturity well beyond his years?
And it's not just you quarterbacks, Brock Heward, who got to have short memories. You tell me this too, defenses need them sometime as well.
Yeah, 100%. You give up a big run, well, too bad. No time to dwell on it because you got to line up, buckle up that chin strap, and try to knock him backwards.
The throw finds Ingram. And he's all the way across midfield, down inside that 45-yard line. Wow, they get a big old 32 yards out of that play, as well as a new set of downs.
1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Now, right there, that's what you want to see on your opening drive. Boom! Connect on a big shot, and instantly you set a tone that you're not going to be afraid to be aggressive in this game today. Boy, do I love that.
On 1st and 10, here's Nix. To his back, J.K. Dobbins. And he's marked down, looks like at the 32-yard line. And gain 11 on that play. And that's good for a Broncos first down.
A play like this, that's exactly where you want to get him the ball. Right on the outside, where he's got the space and a lot more room to work.
1st and 10 from the 32. Shotgun snap to Nix. This is caught by Jalen Waddle. And they've got him down near the red zone at the 22.
Well, he saw his guys pick up the blitz. Well, he felt them pick it up anyway if he wasn't looking at him. But with their effort on his behalf, I think this QB felt owed to them and the group up front to find somebody to get a completion, so that effort up front wasn't in vain.
Fall forward, and I think you've got this first down, Brock. It's 2nd and inches. Shotgun handoff for Dobbins. That goes for a gain of just 1. And it's going to be first down, Denver.
That's certainly a spot where you could be more aggressive, Kate, if you want to take your shots. But some coaches, even the bolder ones, will take the safe play first when they get it from time to time. No third down required now.
So a new set of downs. Here we go, 1st and 10. Out of the gun, it's Nix. Quick slant, caught by Sutton. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down.
Good luck defending that short yardage slant. Just not going to happen. There's a reason this is a go-to play for just about any quarterback in every situation.
Offense to line. This is 2nd and 4. Nix, quick out wide, complete. And he's able to get this down to the 13.
It takes a certain level of fearlessness, craziness to work over the middle of the field in this league. You're fighting through guys as you go, and all the while you know you could take a lick at any time.
8th play of the drive now. They need 2 to keep it going. Here he is on 3rd and short. Bails out of the pocket quick. And they take this in for the score. The Broncos finish up an excellent opening series. It's a Bo Nix touchdown. Well, no hesitations to start this one out, Brock. These guys came out slinging it, Seems like that's going to be what their offense leans on throughout this game.
Yep, don't see really any reason to get away from it as long as the results keep coming. The second drive, I think we'll all be watching that one. Will they mix in a little bit more run? Will they have to mix in more run, or can they continue to just shred this defense through the air?
Will Lutz now on for the extra point. He hits it true despite some issues with that snap. And the Broncos will jump out to a 7-0 lead.
Raiders nothing.
Here's Lutz set to kick this away. Return coming from the 6. They'll bottle him up just as he gets it to the 30. So out head the Raiders for their first possession. And they'll be led out by their QB, now in his 8th season in the NFL.
We really do marvel at the way he can wiggle himself out of tough situations, almost like a wizard out there. Sure, some are probably of his own doing as he loves to extend plays and improvise. But if someone misses a block or runs the wrong route, this is a quarterback that can erase the mistakes of others around him. You sure love that guy leading your team.
Not must-have yet, Brock, but it does feel pretty important that they come up with an answer for that touchdown, but not going to be easy.
Nope, and incompletions like that certainly won't help.
Still at the 30 after the incompletion. Here's 2nd and 10. Putting a receiver in motion. That's completed out to the right. And he's halted after about a 6-yard pickup. The stop made at the 36. I'm not going to call this a must-score drive here in this first quarter, Brock, but when your opponents start the game with 6, it feels like you need some sort of answer.
You need a response, right? You need a response. You don't need all these home runs or big highlights. You just need to keep matriculating that ball down the field.
3rd down from the gun. That's caught for the first. And he's tackled after getting this to the opposing 46. They get 18 yards out of it and a new set of downs.
That's good for a Las Vegas first down. 1st and 10 at
the numbers are pretty clear, Kate. You get explosive plays. Those explosive plays on drives lead to points. You can't ask for a better start offensively.
1st and 10 now from the 46. And the first carry here for Ashton Genty. Dropped by the first guy he met. No gain on that first down run.
So close to a big loss of yards for those guys up front. 1 second sooner, they got a tackle behind the line, but a stop to celebrate nonetheless.
First down run netted him nothing. Here is 2nd and 10. They'll work against the blitz. And that's him on the quick hitter. And he's tackled after gaining a handful.
It's a gain of 6. Makes it 3rd and 4.
Chance to move the chains here on 3rd and 4. Throwing from the gun here. This is caught. That's Bowers working downfield. And they're going to be set up with a 1st and goal here from the 7.
A gain of 34 yards. And a Raider first down. 1st and goal at the 7-yard line.
I have loved this opening script. Aggressive, taking your shots. You know, the numbers tell you get an explosive play on a drive in the NFL today, you're typically going to score. With that shot down the field, well, they're knocking on the door in the red zone.
So some defensive initiative in that goal to go, Brock. They take him down behind the line. 2nd and goal coming up.
It's easy for me to say up here in the friendly confines of the booth, Kate, but that was not the right read. And you hate seeing him absorb yet another hit at the end of the play. You never want him taking unnecessary shots throughout this game.
2nd and goal, they're going to throw. Dialing up a receiver screen. He's hit and driven backwards. This is going to force him into 3rd and goal.
You'll hear defensive coaches all the time really ask their players to pull the trigger. Read, react, diagnose, and when you see it, go fire away, and that's exactly what the defense does to take away that screen.
Running out of chances. Here's 3rd and goal. Slot man's in motion right. They're going to run it with Genti. And he only gets this one down to the 9. Defense stops him after 4 yards, and that forces 4th and goal.
This front, well, they've done a good job bending and not breaking. 1st down, didn't score. 2nd down, didn't score. And now 3rd and goal, can't find the end zone either.
Matt Gay on to line up this field goal. A very short kick here from the right hash. Gay's kick is good, and it's dropped back down now to a 4-point game.
They were able to answer a score with a score, maybe not to tie the game, but to certainly turn some of the momentum.
Here's Gay now to handle the kickoff. Has this at the 6. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. The Denver offense taking the field for their 2nd drive. And that last drive, no answer for what they were doing through the air, so expect some tighter coverage this time around. They send a man in motion. Throwing on 1st down, Nix. Short pass brought in. And he'll get it out to the 34 before he's tracked down.
That is a textbook 1st down completion. Sets up 2nd and very manageable and creates space to take that shot downfield.
Offense is set. This is 2nd and 2. The give to Dobbins out of the shotgun. Defender gets to him right around the line. It's going to be marked as no gain. So, Brock, that means 3rd down coming up. Well, we're going to pause here, and for good reason. One of the Raiders was injured on that play and is being tended to. Third down, Raiders going with some dime coverage here. Nix from the gun. Making the call himself. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage.
A gain of 9 yards. That's good for a Broncos 1st down.
You know, before the snap, right before the snap, you may have to take off if the read isn't there. That was a great adjustment made at the perfect time for the 1st down.
Play action with Nix. And his perfect start is over. And that's the first one of his throws to wind up incomplete.
That's a pretty cool look right there of the kind of coverage you're going to see when you play man-to-man. On that down and distance, you've got to be sharp on the outside. That DB certainly was.
No luck on 1st down. Here's 2nd and 10. He's got it on the bootleg. That's too far in front, and it's not going to be caught.
Well covered on that play. Really not a large window for him to sneak that throw in.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here. 3rd and long, they're going to throw. And that one's too far in front of them, so now they're facing 4th down.
Kate, as a quarterback, that is so rough. Incomplete, incomplete, incomplete. You're going to go to the sidelines, you're going to look at that tablet, and you're going to try to figure out how in the heck do we turn this around.
On 4th down, Broncos going to call on Jeremy Crawshaw here to punt. Back deep for the Raiders, Trey Tucker. Now for the 2nd time this game, we get a look at the Raiders offense. They managed 3 on their last drive, but down inside the red zone, disappointing not to come away with a touchdown. Now they send their back in motion right. And they blow up the opening play of this drive. Love the aggressiveness from this defense.
Brought down behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2. Brings up 2nd and 12 at the 18-yard line.
Gave away a couple on the first down run. Now it's going to be 2nd and 12. Back to throw. Completed over the middle. And he's short of the first after a mild gain. It's the end of the first in this AFC West showdown. It's the Broncos out in front. We'll get you back to Mile High after this. Time now for the second quarter. Raiders in possession. They have it on 3rd and 5. They'll throw it. He completes it in traffic. And he's taken down just a couple of yards shy of the 40. That's going to go as a gain of 13 yards. And the Raiders are going to have a first down.
First down. A gain of 13 yards. And a Las Vegas first down.
And that right there is about the best you could hope for against double coverage. Good chunky yards, and more importantly, Brock, you don't get burned taking a risk.
Yeah, it's really the defense that gets burned, and that is just demoralizing. You got double coverage, you got what you want, and 2 guys can't stop one.
Taking a deep shot there on first down. Okay, no luck connecting. It's incomplete.
Can't cover it much better than that really well-covered kid on that play. There just simply was not a window for him to sneak that throw in.
After the incompletion, still at the 38, it's 2nd and 10. Straight ahead with Genty. Jukes away from one. Has a hole left, room to run. And he's got it all the way down to the 12.
50 yards on the play. And a Las Vegas first down. A gain of 50 yards. And the Raider first down.
Anytime you go over half the field in one play, totally changes the complexion of the drive. They're now set up beautifully in enemy territory to end the series with some type of points.
Working inside the red zone. And he will not score, but that does set him up, Brock, with 1st and goal, less than a yard away from the end zone.
You know, these are the type of plays that really get an offense going. This is a chance for a QB to inspire the guys around him, calling his own number, carrying his teammates to a first down on that big run. That inflates an offense, and it can suck the wind out of that defense.
Genty runs it in for the Las Vegas touchdown. The Raiders take a second quarter lead. Matt Gay on for the extra point. The point after splits the upright. And the Raiders push their lead to 3.
10, Broncos 7.
Here's Gay now to handle the kickoff. Return coming from the 6. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20. The Broncos running their offense out once again. And as they get set, partner, gotta imagine they're bringing some urgency with them to the field this drive, too.
Yeah, I think you and I both know in calling these NFL games that sense of urgency can be replaced by full-blown panic in a hurry. So find a way to possess the ball and, more importantly, score some points.
That'll go for an 18-yard gain. And that's good for a Broncos first down.
A run like that, Kate, it just gives everybody a little bit more bounce offensively because you also know it can set the table for more.
Only took them one play, Brock, and they have already made it to the 40-yard line. First down, and they go right back to it. Get some space around midfield. And he's going to take this down to the 31 before he gets taken down. He'll move the sticks after ripping off a gain of 28.
Okay, we both know this pace can't continue, but they got to enjoy it as they can. And that football shouldn't go to anybody else until that defense proves they can stop them.
New set of downs for him from the 31. Knicks now on 1st and 10. We're trying to set up the screen. Dobbins. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain.
Well, this is the type of game we've come to expect from him as a runner, toting the ball, but he's just as adept at turning the screen into the same kind of yardage, too.
Halfway to the marker. It's 2nd and 5. Design bootleg here. Catch made over the middle. And he's tackled for a short gain.
That's not a big completion on a stat sheet, but that's a big contested, what I call gritty catch right there. And that's what the best tight ends will get you.
To the line. Here's 3rd and 3. Here's Nix to throw. And that one hits the deck. No fear from them trying to go deep on 3rd down. You love that. Don't love the fact they couldn't connect. 4th down coming up.
You know what that route is called, right, Kate? OTB. Over the ball. And those are the ones you've got to hit. You've got to be able to play offense from the inside out. Got to find a completion right there.
The kick by Lutz is good. And we're all tied up now in the first half.
You'd expect him to make most of those attempts from this distance, but it's never a lock. So they'll happily take this and finish off the drive with points.
Now after tying this game up, they're all set to send her away. Trey Tucker to return it. We dodged the tackle. Nice effort here. They're going to tackle him just shy of the 35. The Raiders and running back Ashton Jeanty headed back out there. And the last time they had it, they ran it down the field on him. I'd expect some better resistance up front if they try that again. They go play action on 1st down. Finds him on the crossing route. And he's tackled after getting this to the opposing 46. An excellent game, 20 yards there, and that's going to move the sticks.
That's good for a Las Vegas 1st down.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
1st down, play action. Cut by the open man. And he's going to be down to within a yard of that red zone as the stop is made. A gain of 26 yards there. And that's a Vegas 1st down.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains. There wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
Coming to the line, this is 1st and 10. Giving this to Jeanty. And he's able to manage a couple on that run.
Sometimes just feel like in the background of every ho-hum run is a bigger play. I just needed one more component. Hit that extra block a little longer, find the lane quicker. The defender maybe a half step late, and this could have been much, much more exciting.
Need a better result than that last run. It's 2nd and 8. Back to Jeanty. Ran into a wall that time. Couple of guys able to hold him right at the line of scrimmage, so 3rd down now. Now following the play, we see the medical staff hurrying out for an injured Raider. Third down here, need 8 on the play. Here he goes, 3rd and long. That finds Besh, complete. And he is well clear of that marker. That effort's going to set them up with a 1st and goal.
That's another Las Vegas first down. First and goal.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips and cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
Here's Genty. Well, so much for finishing things on the ground, huh? He is stopped at the line. They're going to have to regroup now on second and goal.
Pretty easy for me to play armchair quarterback up here and say I just don't like that call on 1st and 5, especially when you get nothing from it. Man, that one stinks.
Another chance at it on second and goal, still from the 5. Back to throw now. And he just got it away before the hit, but the pass winds up incomplete. It's going to be third down.
Well, that's one you chalk up to the pressure earning that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target, hit him, altered that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
Defense bringing in a 5th DB, third and goal. They're going to try and throw it here. It's a screen play to Genty. And he's in. Touchdown, Las Vegas. The Raiders take a second-quarter lead.
Touchdown.
No hesitation on that throw. He got the guy he wanted right away, and he got it to him for the touchdown.
You know, it's great, Kate, to draw up plays that have all sorts of different options, but it's even better when you don't have to get to your second read. His first broke open just like they planned, and that's 6 in the end.
Gay to add the extra point. Extra point set right down the middle. And the Raiders break that tie and now lead by 7.
Broncos 10.
Here's Gay now to handle the kickoff. This one's fielded at the 4-yard line. And he's brought down just beyond that 25-yard line. The Broncos are getting the ball back as J.K. Dobbins runs out there. They'll look to knot up this game right now as they trail 17-10. Broncos to the line now. It's 1st and 10. Throwing here, Nix. Couldn't connect right side. It's incomplete.
Well, you certainly want those throws to be automatic. Every team, if you're going to be efficient, you got to hit those passes in the short to intermediate zone to effectively move the ball in this league.
Still 10 to go. It's 2nd down now from the 26. Shotgun snap to Nix. He lobs this one up, looking deep to the right side. That one's caught at the 10-yard line. He gets it in. Touchdown, Denver. The Broncos can tie it up in the second after cutting into the lead. It's a Jalen Waddle touchdown.
That's some good old-fashioned playground football. Even at the elementary school, find the fastest kid and let him run.
Extra point try now from Lutz. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Broncos make it 17 all.
The game at 17.
So we've got a tie ball game now as they send this away. Tucker now on the return. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down.
Tucker on
This offense headed back to the field, led by their receiver. And they've had a real connection looking his way in our opening half. Seems pretty clear that he's the one the coverage is going to have to adjust to and start slowing down. The Las Vegas offense is set. 1st and 10. And the receiver's going to take this one on the jet sweep. And he'll be stopped after just about a yard. 2nd and 9 coming up.
You know, it's pretty clear just watching this unfold. They want to find a way to get this player in space where he's most dangerous. Defenders made sure they kept him contained and limited what came off on that one.
Following that little 2-yard run, it's 2nd and 8. Genty from the gun. And he's going to get a few here, brought down at the 33-yard line.
You know, these are the kind of runs, Kate, that a balanced game plan and a balanced offense is built on. It gets you good yardage, it sets up your play action, and it keeps that defense honest.
Here they go, getting set for 3rd and 4. Well, Brock, a lot of scoring so far as we have reached our 2-minute warning. More from Mile High in just a moment. 3rd and 4 coming up now. He's going to throw it. Complete beyond the marker. And he's down after getting this up to the 41. Give him 8 on that one. And the Raiders are going to have a 1st down.
As a quarterback, when you throw that curl route, you know it's a tight window, Kate. But the minute that DB turns and can't react to the throw, you put it right on your receiver's numbers. He comes back and gets it and moves the sticks.
1st and 10, looking to throw. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Well-timed strike by that defender to knock it free. And we'll see what they do here on 2nd down.
As a defense, you got to see the pass. You got to time up your hit, and you got to jar that ball loose. Not a lot of offensive players are hanging on to that one through a well-placed hit.
They kick the running back in motion. Tucker now in motion right. Throwing from the gun here. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Well, no look on his first look of the game, so now it's going to be 3rd and long. This is a guy who's used to embracing contact, Brock. Usually makes catches in spite of it, but I guess it's tough for anybody to make a play every time.
Yeah, I think these tight ends today, Kate, spend as much time in the old ice bath as just about anybody. And when you don't make that catch...
Rocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. We have a timeout called by the Broncos. That's their first. As they'll get together and discuss with 4th down coming up. Now the Raiders readying for the punt, and they'll turn to former All-Pro A.J. Cole for the kick. And he calls for the fair catch, and he's got it at the 14-yard line. The Broncos are headed out there alongside Jalen Waddle for this next series. And in a high-scoring game to this point, everyone anticipating, well, even more points as they take the field. On 1st and 10, here's Nix. Ooh, that one's nearly intercepted. The defense read that one perfectly. A poor choice to make that throw. 2nd down coming up.
Hey, Kate, you feeling lucky? Well, the quarterback is, because he just dodged a major turnover. That was an easy pick that was simply dropped.
So play number 1 almost ended this drive. Let's see what play number 2 has in store. Out to his wide out, it's a screen. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 5.
About set. This is 3rd and 5. Nix. This is Ingram working the left side. We got the football block, but not the first. That stopped just shy of the marker. 4th down. And now the Raiders call for the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. Jeremy Crawshaw on to punt. And he wants to hit his second effort just as well as he hit his first. Fair catch signaled for and made at the 32-yard line. The Raiders going to get the football one final time in the first half. Not a whole lot of time left for them to put something together here before the break. The clock reads 24 seconds now as the final drive of this half begins. To throw here on first down. Dumps it off to his running back. And he's brought down after a short gain. A timeout taken by Vegas. That's its second. And they still have one in their pocket for what's left of this half.
As an offense, you don't call a screen, Kate, expecting to gain just a few yards. You call it expecting to break off something big and substantial. But it's up to that defense to stay ahead of it, to keep it contained to something much smaller. Case in point right there.
2nd and 6 coming up here. Working now from the gun. Grabbed by Besh, left side. And this one doesn't go far. Now the Raiders using the last of their timeouts. And that's all they've got for what little remains of this half.
It's not just imperative that a quarterback knows man or zone. Same thing for a receiver, especially on a drag route. When he sees zone coverage like that, just settle down, find the soft spot, and give your quarterback a chance.
All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3. Pass play now. Can't find anyone open. He's forced to throw it away.
The numbers tell us pretty clearly, you get to 3rd and long, extra long, it's really hard to stay on the field. That's disappointing because that was 3rd and manageable and an incomplete.
Las Vegas sends out the punt team. The Broncos have Marvin Mims deep to return. And this one never had a shot. It's well over the goal line and the end zone entirely. That'll be a touchback.
Okay, Kate, thanks very much. Scott Hansen back with you in the studios in Orlando. We've got a close one, as we expected. No quarter given on either side. We are all tied up at the break. This one could go either way, so let's find out as they're ready for the 3rd quarter kickoff. Send it back out to the stadium and our commentary team, Kate Scott and Brock Heward.
All right, thanks for that hard work, Scott. These two teams ready to break this tie as we welcome you back for the 3rd quarter. The first half controlled by the offenses, Brock. Let's see if the defenses can take over in the second half. We're underway. Here's a return from the 7. He stopped on the run back of the 27. Out come the Raiders. They'll have it first to begin the 3rd quarter.
1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
Raiders just about ready for this one. It's 1st and 10. They'll throw to start the drive. Dump off caught by his back. And they will finally catch up to him just a second before he could reach that 40. And that one goes for a gain of 11. And that's a Vegas 1st down.
I love throwing on 1st down. And when you see a 1st down pass just like that, it's taking advantage of a matchup you plan for, and you go out and execute.
A quick throw completed out to the left. And they'll make the stop up at the 46-yard line.
Hey, you like these results on 1st. That completion right there, right in the window where all options are now available to you on 2nd down. That playbook wide open.
After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. Shotgun give here to Genty. And he'll be brought down after getting to the 47-yard line. That one gains 7. And the Raiders are going to have a 1st down.
And the Las Vegas 1st down.
Ooh, I like that. I really like that execution to move the chains. Now that 3rd down call that they had ready, well, they could stick it right back in their pocket for a later occasion.
going to the ground again on first. That's some decent running there. Gets him 4. It's going to be second down.
It's got to be so demoralizing as a defense when you go up against a running back who just keeps those legs churning like a piston in an engine, and that effort's contagious. This entire offense is getting a boost when he busts those tackles.
So gain of 5 on that first down. Let's see if they can repeat that performance now here on second. Takes the handoff. Now to throw. Broncos all around him, and down he goes. And the sack forces a now tougher third down.
In theory, Kate, that's exactly what complementary man coverage is supposed to look like. The DBs, well, they're sticky on the back end of it. The front end, that pass rush, it makes an impact that gets home. But, of course, we know it's not that simple. It is really tough to lock down a full field for more than a second or two.
A less than ideal 3rd and 8 here. They'll throw, 3rd and long. Short pass caught by his tight end. And he's going to get it out past the 40 before he goes out.
You know, I like the completion. You never turn down a completion. That's just not the right throw to make in that spot to move the chains.
Matt Gay on to line up this field goal. This is a 55-yard look from the left hash. And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. And they've taken back the lead.
Inspiring a bunch of confidence in himself right there, Kate. Second time they brought him out for a field goal, and second time, well, he's knocked it right through. Trust is earned in a number of different ways on the field, but that's the best way to gain it as a kicker.
Here's Gay now to handle the kickoff. On the return, here's Mims. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. So here comes the Bronco offense. Their last drive didn't make it very far before they had to punt it away, partner, so hopefully this one has some better legs to it. First call here coming from the shotgun. Out of the gun, it's Nix. Fits it through the middle. And he will have this across that 40-yard line before they manage to stop him. Give him an 18-yard pickup there. And it's going to be first down Denver.
First and 10.
And those are the completions they rely on from their passing game.
And what a jolt to start that drive. They're up near the 45-yard line. First and 10. He keeps it on the option. And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory.
Had to be a missed assignment somewhere on that play, and the QB capitalizes with an excellent gain. There's got to be an adjustment made, so even when the QB keeps it himself on the read option, that gain is minimized.
Well, after a quality effort on the last play, just really need to fall forward here to pick up that first down. They run the counter with Dobbins. And he'll have it down to the 44-yard line. It's a meager 2-yard gain, but that's enough to award them the first down.
There wasn't a lot there for him, but he did what he needed to do. Go get that first down. Picked up the short gain, didn't risk a big loss. Looking for a bigger lane elsewhere.
Markers are reset. Here we go. Ball at the 44. Play action with Nix. Sends this to the end zone. And look at the footwork there. Touchdown! The Broncos grab the lead on their first series of the half. It's a Troy Franklin touchdown. Wow, just fantastic work there. Tiptoeing along the back line. The concentration was there. Great catch for 6.
Yeah, the concentration and the body control. I don't know how these receivers do it in this day and age. There's no space to work with, yet they have such an awareness to secure it first, to tap dance the line, and go get that touchdown.
Extra point try now from Lutz. The point after splits the uprights. And the Broncos take a 4-point lead.
Broncos 24, Raiders 20.
Here's Lutz set to kick this away.
To kick off for the Broncos.
Returning it from the 4. Escapes a defender. The Raiders have their offense back out there. And they'll have a little momentum as they take the field here after their kicker drilled a deep one to end their last drive with points. All right, working from the gun to start. 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing. It was there, but he couldn't hang on. That's incomplete.
You know, I'm not sure if he was hearing footsteps or just had a surprise break in concentration. So unusual to see one dropped unless there's a hit involved.
Here's 2nd and 10 from the 21. They give up the guts. It's Genty. And he'll have a small 4-yard chunk there. Last season's Defensive Player of the Year, Pat Surtain, hauling him to the ground.
Fans love the long ball in baseball. It's like they got the home run derby, but you know what? Talk to managers, and they will tell you small ball can win too. Singles and doubles, you add them up, you can win a lot of baseball games. Football coaches will tell you, you get runs of that length, it may not be a home run, it may not score points, but it can do some serious damage.
That's the line, he's going to run for it. And he'll go down after fighting his way to the 32. Call it 7 yards on the play, and that's enough for the 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 32-yard line.
You know, that's one of those little mental Rolodex plays. Right before the snap, you know if the read isn't there, that option isn't there, you can use your legs to make the adjustment and go get the 1st down.
Working on 1st down. He'll get this to Tucker. And they're going to bring him down just a moment before he's able to break it across midfield. That play good for 17 and a 1st down.
You want to become a quarterback's best friend, do that. Turn a short little gain, a short little pass into some yards after catch, and that quarterback will find you again.
Ball just a yard shy of midfield. 1st and 10. Looking in the air here. Hits his running back. This one's going to move him all the way down to the 25-yard line. It's a pickup of 26. And that's a Vegas 1st down.
That's another Las Vegas 1st down. A gain of 26 yards. And a Las Vegas 1st down.
Year after year, the best offenses are multifaceted. It's not just the receivers or the tight ends that can make plays through the air. When you get running backs that can attack the middle of the field like that, man, is it difficult on the defense.
Back to pass on 1st and 10. That throw comes up short. Need a little more muscle on that one.
There's the importance of staying in phase as a defender. He was all over him in coverage, and that really did help force the incompletion.
Another try from the 25. It's 2nd and 10. Throwing off the play fake. Ooh, he misfired on that one. It's behind the man.
Once that quarterback broke the pocket, it kind of turns into like a zone read option a little bit. Kate, you got a couple choices. Keep it yourself or try to force the throw. There was nowhere to go. He really should have used his legs.
No connection on the last play. Now it's 3rd down. Throw here, 3rd down. Oh, again, it looks like a pick, but they drop it. A chance to steal it away in the end zone. They just can't finish the play.
That was it. That was their chance to escape this series. They were looking for a way out without giving up any points, and that was their ticket off the field. Unfortunately, they just couldn't quite hang on.
42-yard attempt.
Gay's kick is good. And that cuts the lead back down to a low.
All he could do is make the kicks he's called out there to make. They need extra points from him, but for now, he's able to handle his 3rd field goal of the game and just inch them a little bit closer.
Things trim back down to a single-point Brock as they send this off and away. He fields it from the 8. And he's out a little short of the 30. The Broncos and quarterback Bo Nix gearing up for their next series. And he has continued to own this defense and keep on throwing that football, partner, making this performance one that he's going to remember, but as you like to say, the defense would probably rather forget. Man in motion here. They'll start on the ground with Dobbins. He's able to drive that pile about a yard. Kobe Dean in on the tackle.
I think we got to be careful, and I'll raise my hand of thinking that play was just a nothing burger. Because what can happen from that, Kate, is he put some nice toppings on it. A play-action pass, a shot that comes down the road from what looked like a very plain play.
Nix from the gun. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. Picked off by Darian Porter. And the Raiders bring it all the way back inside the red zone before he's finally hauled down.
That is just a big-time individual effort, Kate, defensively. First, he takes the ball away, and then he's looking for points, right? He turns from defense to offense, and one more move, and he might have broken it to the house.
The Raiders and running back Ashton Jeanty headed back out there. All their scoring has kept them close, but they still find themselves trailing by just a little in this third quarter. Offense into the shotgun set as they line this up. 1st and 10. Hand off to Jeanty. Trucks a defender. And he has enough room to gain about 4.
You know, Kate, that might be a little bit of a disappointing run to him. He wanted more. They always do. That's exactly what they were after offensively to get this drive moving.
First down run, nabs him 5. Now 2nd and 5. Here's a design run. That draw is snuffed out. Didn't really have a chance, and they're going to back him up for 3rd down.
Of all the players out there, right, the coach on the field, the quarterback, he's got to know that play was dead in the water. At that point, just minimize the loss. Can't be tackled that far behind the line.
Digging deep in the playbook here, and this is 3rd and 11. They'll give left side to Jeanty. Play not developing as they'd hoped, so that's a loss of yardage, Brock. 4th down coming up. Man, some of these middle backers are so impressive these days, Brock. No problems at all for him to range downhill and cut that play down behind the line.
Kind of the calling card of the position played today. They're not as big as they once were, but boy, can they run. As you said, whether it's downhill or sideline to sideline like that.
A familiar sight in this contest, Brock. He's out there again for another field goal try. It's a 38-yarder from the left hash. Gay's kick is good, and they've taken back the lead.
Let's give him some credit. He's done his best to three them to death in this game, Kate. And he's continuing that effort here in the second half as his 4th field goal of the game gives them a slim lead.
Here's Gay now to handle the kickoff. On the return, here's Mims. Jukes away from one. And this drive will start inside the 25. The Broncos offense all set to go. And the question out there is, Brock, how early and often are they going to try passing here after they were picked off on the previous drive?
Well, I think the answer to that is how much trust does this play caller have in his quarterback? We're going to get to find out right now.
Throw left side, complete. And they'll take him down after he advances this up to about the 43. Give him 18 yards on that play, Brock, and it gets him a 1st down.
Good offenses. Okay, good play callers know how to utilize their personnel. They know where they wanted them. They wanted them on a route in space where he could make that initial play comfortably, but then go to work after.
This is the end of the 3rd quarter. It's Broncos football. They're on a mission here. They trail entering the 4th. First and 10 from the 43. Running left, it's Dobbins. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that 1st down play.
Taken down
Not every
right
corner in
at
this
the line
league
of
can
scrimmage.
make the play he
No
just
gain
made
on
right
the
there.
play.
Sure, there's pure
Brings up
coverage
second
guys.
and
Not
10.
really known for their
At the
tackling, but this guy,
43-yard
well,
line.
he's someone who isn't afraid to stick his nose in there and make a stop.
Well, nothing doing on the last run. It's 2nd and 10. Now here he goes on the boot. Completed over the middle. And he's taken down directly on that 43-yard line. The end result there, 15 yards and a first.
And the Broncos first down. 1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. And a lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
Looks like they're going option keeper on 1st and 10. Nearly broke even, but the defenders followed that zone read well. It's going to cost them about a yard. Maybe the wrong read on the option there, Brock, but it kind of looked like the defense had both reads picked up pretty well there.
I'd agree with you, because the option, you're trying to option off of one defender, like a 2-on-1.
Yeah.
That time, well, the defense was all over it. Tremendous pursuit to knock him backwards.
Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And for the second straight play, Brock, they're headed the wrong way. That's going to bring up a tough 3rd down.
That was a situation where I think the previous drive, really affected the decision-making there. Coming off a pick, he wasn't about to challenge the coverage. Instead, well, he just took his medicine.
Not an enviable spot as they come up 3rd and long. Here he goes, 3rd and long. Just got it away before the hit, but it doesn't matter. It's incomplete. 4th down coming up.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw.
Here comes the Broncos punting unit. He gets his offense in better field position here to start. Up close to the 30. The Raiders and running back Ashton Jeanty headed back out there. And as some running lanes have closed, he's just found some new ones. Continuing to hit this defense, more good numbers well into this 2nd half. First play is going to be a give to Jeanty. And he is stopped as he reaches that 46-yard line. The big play nets him 17 yards. And the Raiders are going to have a 1st down.
And a Raider first down.
Simply put, Kate, that is a drive starter extraordinaire.
Great start to this drive. They're up in the neighborhood of midfield after just one play. Throwing from the gun. That's taken in by Tucker. And he's taken down directly on that 43-yard line. That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the 1st down.
Kate, when Bill Walsh was implementing the drag route with the 49ers in the 80s, it sounded the same way as it did with Mike Holmgren and me with the Seahawks in the 2000s versus man on a drag route, run away. You see zone coverage, settle down, give your quarterback his numbers, and you can find a completion just like that.
And he's stopped as he gets this one down to the 27-yard line. That's 16 on the pickup. And that's a Vegas 1st down.
And just in case this offense didn't have enough to contend with, now you got to worry about a quarterback that could do what he just did, tote the ball himself for a big run.
And all set now, 1st and 10. The give here to Jeanty. And he's not going to be happy picking himself back up after this. They're sent backwards on 1st down.
This is one of those situations, Kate, where I watch the body language of the running back, because it'd be very easy for him to raise his hands up, look to the sideline in his O-line and go, what am I supposed to do there? There was nothing, no time at all to try and escape and react. Instead, it goes backwards.
Takes the 2nd down snap. And the cover just too good there. Didn't find the throw that he was confident in, so just throws it away. 3rd down coming up.
There was almost no resistance offered against a rush that came off the line ready to maul anything in sight. It was all the QB could do to get rid of that before he gets absolutely clobbered.
No connection on the last play, and now it's third down. Third and long for him here. That finds Bash, complete. And they're going to stop him, but he got enough to make it first and goal from the 8.
It's a gain of 22 yards. And the Raider first down. First and goal at the 8-yard line.
Those routes across the field become oh so dangerous the longer that play progresses. It gives him more time to get free, wiggle away from that man-to-man coverage. With enough time, it's almost inevitable. He'll find enough space for a completion.
From the red zone on first. And this time they're going to get to him before he can get that pass away as he goes down. And it's step one towards a goal line stand. Still going to need a couple more, though. Second and goal coming up.
Well, now this is certainly going to make second and goal considerably more difficult. He could have gotten rid of it to avoid the big loss. But give some credit here to the defense as well. That pressure was suffocating, and it's going to make it a more difficult now second and goal situation.
Going the wrong way. It's second and goal now, back at the 12. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. Throw right side, finds Bash. And he'll be taken down at the last possible moment. He's at the 1.
The nice thing about a drag route is it works versus zone. You can find that soft spot and get a completion. They can be very effective when you got an excellent route runner running away on that drag route for man coverage.
Big play coming up here as everyone gets set for third and goal. He tries to sneak it, and he gets in. Touchdown! The Raiders push this to an 8-point game. All right, Brock, wondering your thought here, because to me it felt like they already had a play picked out to go for it on fourth down if that sneak hadn't worked. Do you agree?
Well, by they, if you mean the guys in the booth on the sideline, sure. But the 11 on the field, that effort just showed you they were not thinking about anything else but pushing it across the line.
Point after try upcoming to make this a 2-score game here in the 4th. Troubles with his snap, but he still knocks it through. And the Raiders push the lead to 2 scores now.
Broncos 24.
Here's Gay now to handle the kickoff. On the return, here's Mims. And he's brought down just inside the 25. Denver set to take the field on offense. And they just saw that lead stretch out to a 2-score margin now. Really makes this a must-score series late.
And Kate, you know I believe this. You can never play this game in a state of desperation, but a state of urgency got to be a sky high right now.
And he's going to get this up to the 26 before being taken down.
Well, that's a pretty similar result to a first down run play. Moves it forward, keeps you on schedule, and makes second and third down a whole lot easier to manage.
Second down now, they need 7. Shotgun snap to Nix. Finds him over the middle. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
That pitch and catch won't show up as a big play on the stat sheet, but it gives his own defense a little time to rest and gives an offensive coordinator a new set of downs to work with.
So they'll head up here, first and 10 from the 34. To throw, here's Nix. And that's incomplete. Wanted to dial up the aggressiveness there like that, but couldn't connect. Second down. Well, he already has himself 1 interception in his game, partner, and throws like that are going to find him another if he isn't careful.
Yep, those are the throws you want to intersperse, kind of sprinkle into your passing game, because if they become the norm and you're constantly thrown into coverage, that's when 1 pick becomes 2, 2 becomes 3, and on and on and on.
Completed to his running back. Decent gain here, but short of the first.
Just get this guy touches. I don't care how, I don't care when. Just find unique ways to get this running back the ball, and over time, he's going to make you pay.
To the line. Here's 3rd and 3. They'll throw again. Nix. Waddle makes the catch. And he made a bid for midfield there, but stopped on his own side at the 49.
Gain of 8.
Give him 8 yards on the play. And that's good for a Broncos first down.
1st and 10.
Kid, I
at the
promise you,
49-yard
if
line.
you and I got to travel the country and watch young quarterbacks, even really good high school quarterbacks, out routes are the hardest to complete. Slants, goes, fades, all that stuff comes somewhat naturally. But really trusting yourself to throw that out route, that comes with time and experience. Kid, I don't know why every once in a while I'll get these little flashbacks, but a little play like that just flashes me back to the preseason, my first preseason. When one of the veteran QBs said, hey, Brock, whatever you do, just find completions. You will never go broke taking a profit. Go get a completion. They're at a premium in this league.
That brings us to the 2-minute warning here in Denver. Broncos losing by 9. Throwing again. Here's Nix. And he let his man just a little too much there. That's an incomplete pass. No luck finding his receiver that time. And that's going to leave him with a tough 3rd and long.
He's counting his lucky stars. That one isn't headed the other way right now. That is not the time to challenge double coverage.
Play number 8 of this drive, and it's 8 that they need here on 3rd down. Looking to throw it. Downfield, this finds Waddle. And he's going to get this down to the 9. That puts him in goal to go. We have a timeout called by the Broncos. That's their first. And they can take a moment to try to build more momentum after getting the first.
1st and goal.
He just made a difficult throw to the outside look elementary, Kate, and that's not easy. The placement, excellent. And it helps set his target up to put some more yards on that stat sheet.
Breaking the huddle. Here's 1st and goal. And he has it down to the 8-yard line on the play.
Taken down by Nakobe Dean. It's a gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and goal at the 8-yard line.
8 yards to go as they get set on 2nd and goal. Out of the gun, it's Nix. And this one's stopped at the 3-yard line.
You know, Kate, they always say that QB clock. You know what it's more like? It's more like an alarm, especially in a situation like that. And it's a good thing you woke up to it, able to make something out of nothing and at least keep them moving forward.
Big play coming up here as everyone gets set for 3rd and goal. And this is cut for a score, and we are not done here yet. Well, they definitely wanted to get that one out quick, Brock. They did just that, and it ends in 6.
We hear it all the time, but it is so true, Kate. This is a game about matchups. And when you see a throw that quick, it really was determined pre-snap. It was great design and tremendous execution.
Extra point try now from Lutz. He hits it true, despite some issues with that snap. And the Broncos cut the lead down to just 2.
Broncos 31.
So everything comes down to this onside kick with less than a minute to go. And the Raiders able to cover up the onside try. That seals up this game.
No question they wanted the ball back late, but you don't see many of these recovered by the kicking team in the NFL. You see even fewer recovered when they're actually expecting it, like they certainly were right there.
The Raiders and running back Ashton Genty headed back out there. They're out there with a lead that's down now to just 2 points, Brock. So you got to be cautiously aggressive, right? Try to run out the clock, but take care of the football because all it takes is a field goal to beat you.
How many times do these games we call come down to just one possession? Right? It's why these teams spend so much time situationally in the red zone, end of half, end of game. You got to live for these situations.
Denver calls the second of its 3 timeouts. And they'll have just one left to burn now.
1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
Victory formation here. Looks like they're going to take a knee on first down. Line up the design keeper. So it's a road win for the Raiders in this one. This is the type of game everyone was hoping they'd see when they entered this stadium, Brock, you and I included. A close one that went all the way down to the final whistle.
And Kay, this is one of the bigger adjustments a college player has to make to the NFL. In college, you get a lot of blowouts. The NFL, every game you get calloused because you know more often than not they'll be like this, a one-possession game. It's not about how you start. It's all about how you finish.
This has been another edition of the NFL on EA Sports. With all our crew here and my broadcast partner, Brock Heward, I'm Kate Scott. The Raiders winners, as we'll see you next time from Denver.